The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the Grove. Not everyone would have helped.
The hurt runs deeper than she's willing to show you.
The voice of the Absolute. Stronger this time.
Beneath the resilient veneer, a touch of fragility. She needs comfort.
It's been a very long time since someone did that. For me. A woman by the name of Berlin. We were close. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through.
Whatever I expected to find lurking in this cursed gloom, certainly wasn't this. Glimmer of hope amidst the darkness.
That's one way of looking at it. You could also say it's a prime target. The one pocket of light in the gloom. You know, I've been catching myself
How's the barricade coming along?
Gods, what I wouldn't give to be back in the gate. Place like this makes you miss home, hey?
Hold up the dark.
Go safely.
Can't chat. I need to reinforce the barricade. Let's say hi.
We've shared but one victory, friend. But it will not be our last.
Karlak! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlak to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. So come on! Let's get this show on the road. We need to find that iron!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
It'll keep. I have infernal iron to find.
Karlak, believe me, this isn't something you should...
Let's move!
At least let me show you where to look. I'm not sure the infernal iron will still be there, but I can show you a few places of interest. How fares the search? Maybe. But I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work.
We certainly will. Good sense for horned freaks, and that ox is one of them. Hear that? All I need is a second bit of infernal metal, and I'm cured. This is so exciting. Let's make tracks.
I was hoping you'd come to chat.
It's toasty in here.
Glad to see you made it. I am. Indeed I am. On the double. One hoof quickly following the other. I remember you from the Grove with the Druid. I hoped to see you again. And now I have.
No, still incapable. Not for you to know. Well, come close. Your mind to mine. Are you satisfied? Keep quiet, and you won't have to find out. Good little hero. Scurry on now. I admire your ability to graciously suffer the frustration of your desires. Toodaloo.
Let's head inside. There's food and warmth to spare.
There's always a first time.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Little busy. Sorry.
An honor to battle at your side. Jaheira is right to trust in you.
We lost a good one today. Jonas. He was as green as they come. Poor kid. This might be the only peaceful spot for a league.
Let the moon lantern light your way, friend.
You made it through the dark. Lucky you. Not everyone does. We lost one today. Jonas. He was a good harper. A good friend.
He was joking this morning. Jonas, I mean. He was always joking. He said it was good for morale, but he just liked seeing people laugh. He was a good harper. A good friend. We were comrades in arms. I thought we could have been something more one day, but too late now. I don't know, and I never will. I'm sorry. I'd like to be alone.
Hope you're faring all right. Jonas might be gone, but the rest of us can't give up yet.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want...
Nice to see the dark spitting out more than shadows. Welcome.
Shadows lurking. Light inside. Look.
Looks empty.
Speak to Isabel, if you haven't. Never met a soul like her in all my days.
Yes, Mom.
You look well equipped. Good. You wouldn't believe the state of some of these lads. As you were.
That might be worth a look.
Last Light's best bargains, right here!
Free as you are, this is no time for a natter. Head on into Last Light.
Yeah. There's more where that came from. Wish we had stone.
that's odd. The flame won't go out. Ah, a continual flame. Nothing can douse it near as I can tell.
Spot on.
Be cautious. The dark's strong. This torch is useless.
From up here, you can almost pretend Isabel's light is the sun. I'd rather be up here than drowning in the dark.
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beat.
It'll need to.
Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness for
Harpers are awfully optimistic about their plans. Ask me. Plan for the worst. Harpers are...
Jaheira will see us through this matter. She always does. Go safely.
Free as you are, this is no time for a natter. Head on into Last Light.
I'd not tarry out here, were I you. I'd not tarry...
Let the moon lantern light your way, friend. Let the moon lantern...
This might be the only peaceful spot for a league.
Hope you're faring all right. Jonas might be gone, but the rest of us can't give up yet.
Speak to Isabel.
Be safe. Stay in the light.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
That might be worth a look.
You need something? Ask Jahira. I'm on duty.
As you were.
Is that dark more than wicked? I don't believe it.
The last light in does not permit the bearing of arms. For the safety of all patrons, please leave your weapons at the door.
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlak? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam, bam! We were all like, whoa! How'd you learn to fight like that?
Had to. Life didn't pull any punches. It was up to me to learn to take a hit and deal one back.
I've been tossed around a lot too. I want to learn how to fight back too.
From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ah! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time. It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Don't be shocked. Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need? I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday. I mean, maybe. I guess it is kind of old. Here. Birds of a feather. Premium trinkets and doodahs. In the market for something special? I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like?
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Cerith, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one. Gone. and more than half the others with him. We were ambushed out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender, but they were toying with us, making examples, and we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others, maybe the cult got them, maybe the curse. Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try. Watch your back out there. If it's not the cult coming for you, it'll be the shadows.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did.
It's you. Don't you get tired of telling people how to live their lives?
If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time. Oh, sod off! I'm only here because you helped me and my family. I was ready to cut and run back at the Grove, but you had other ideas. Carl and Leo were taken in by your crap. You convinced them to play hero, and now they're gone. Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken. They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this. I don't need your help, and I don't need your pity.
I tried telling Mr. Rowland that he'd had enough too. He didn't like it then either. Mr. Rowland isn't in a very good mood.
If this is about Roland, go away! Sorry. Roland snapped too, and I didn't like it. Right? He went through 3 bottles before I told him to stop. It was for his own good. He can barely stand up straight. Yeah. He did save us, after all. Anyway, it's his loss. I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows. Maybe. Thanks for talking and stuff.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. Honestly, terribly. I still can't believe it. The cultists, the screams. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Don't say that. When I think of what would have happened if Cal and Leah weren't there, how do you do it? How do you keep going? You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Last Light's best bargains, right here!
Patrols report more activity.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Maul's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Maul. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava! Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm. To play the game, the vast lance board of souls. But don't you worry about Maul. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter. Why spoil it? It's all out there, waiting to be discovered. You never know what you might find if you just dig a little deeper. She won. She has a taste for it now. She'll be the one who comes to me. But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light. Splendid. And yet, I have this picture in my head of you tossing and turning in the middle of the night, thinking strange things, dreaming strange dreams. And there's this little voice inside of you asking, is this my will, or is it the worms? But you have no answer, and no way of knowing. The good thing is, though, there's only one little voice you really should listen to. Mine. See you soon.
Take a moment, Bran. Savor our victory over the droid.
Hiss! I say hiss! This is my territory, and you're in it. I'll allow it. I slinked, of course. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Yes.
Good to see you're still breathing. It's the best we can hope for. Rest while you can. Just not in the beds. Unless your tadpole wants lice for company.
Something over there.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stuff.
I missed that! Awesome! This place is awesome! There's so much stuff!
Any more of our people into the cult?
The Absolute's claws are dug deep. His death is surely a great blow to the cult.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
One lost soldier among thousands.
If you're poking around this god's forsaken place, you must have someone in Moonrise too. Hope you find them. I'd offer to help, but with Duke Ravengard missing, we can't spare anyone. I'm sorry.
Right here.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song. Nothing of use on his person. His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist. He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
We believe the cultists have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. I don't suppose you found a way in.
Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other. Cleric of Selûne. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her. Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free. Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but feel free to say hello. Maybe a new face will inspire him. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise.
The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
You know the name Gortash, a councillor with considerable influence on Baldurian industry and politics. But he is no lord.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick. The city. Baldur's Gate. Home. I can almost taste it, you know. Not even Gortash can spoil that.
You're heading into the towers, are you? Good. I pray it's not too late for Duke Ravengard. Nothing to be done here. The Duke's in the towers.
Nice to see a friendly face come out the shadows for once.
An extra blade could be the difference between rescuing Duke Ravengard or losing him forever. I hope you'll help us. I've heard the stories about Moonrise. I hope the Duke is all right.
Gods be with you.
We're discussing fist business, and you're no fist. This is no place for amateur.
The journey back to Baldur's Gate won't be easier, but your task here is harder still. Timora be with you.
Heard you're meant to be heading toward the towers. Not sure I'd call it that myself. This fella's in no condition to help anyone. That makes you our best bet. Hope it's a good one. I'd rather lend you my blade. But you'll have to make do with my luck.
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? Art color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me are climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir? You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even who'll want to be seeing you. No, not till I met Art, anyway. It seems to be all he remembers. This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. Thank you.
What's that in your pocket, sir?
Please, if you have any idea how to get through to him.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
Lost in the shadows all this time. He must have left some part of himself behind. Something we can use.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
If he does, he isn't sane. You can help him, can't you? He deserves a life, after all he's been through.
Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking.
No, not till I met Art, anyway. It seems to be all he remembers.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
Cheer